The Fourth International Forum is now pleased to welcome to the stage the host of this special commemorative event. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of the European Jewish Congress, Mr. Moshe Kantor.
Ladies and gentlemen, to conclude our forum, I promise you to be very short because everything was already pronounced and it was very deep, and I don't want to spoil this feeling what we all have. But I want just to remind you some facts. First of all, here we have in the room 100 survivors and one liberator of Auschwitz. Please, let's applaud them. Thank you. Let's remind us what was Holocaust in reality. It was 1,100 concentration and death camps with 10 million slaves where millions of Jews died and were liberated by allied forces of the United States, Great Britain, and France, with, of course, leading role of Soviet Union and Red Army. And I will strongly support if the same union of liberators of Auschwitz, Terezin, Buchenwald, and Drancy will again take the leading position in the fight against radical Islam, neo-Nazism, anti-Semitism. Such power will be the strongest one. And of course, today we have another power which should be a strong ally to the previous ones. It's the power of European Union. I want to remind you another historical fact. During the liberation of Auschwitz, the person who opened by his own hands the gates of Auschwitz was a Jewish guy. And it's very symbolic. The mayor of Red Army, Anatoly Shapira. You know, I used to be familiar with him personally. 11 years ago, I got him in New York, and I met him in New York, and he amazed me. He was 93 years old guy, and he was the author of the poems. He wrote poems, and I helped him, of course, immediately to publicize this book. The name of this book was Terrible Marathon, about non-stop wars of the 20th and 21st century. And I asked him, Anatoly, please tell me, what is your message to future generations? And he told me, with crying, he told me, please tell to all people, you are responsible for your future. And he repeated it a few times, responsible, responsible. This is very important to understand just now, that we are responsible for our future. Exactly like it is said, the God flourish the seeds of salvation only in one case, if we people put the seeds in the soil. Only one chance. And I want to conclude with the words of the appreciation to President Zeman, hosting us today. Thank you very much. It's a courageous undertaking to accept such sharp debates which we had yesterday. Thank you very much for this. But my special words of appreciation to you, my dear friend Martin Schulz. For years and years, you are supporting every year our events, and what is more important, you support us between the events, all the time. You know, Holocaust started not in this building, where was Heydrich's office, not even during Kristallnacht, and not even during the experiment with St. Louis, when Hitler organized a special vessel with 1,000 Jews, sent them all over Europe and to America, and nobody helped them. And this experiment demonstrated him that the raping Jews will be not punished. Not. Holocaust started with Nuremberg legislation, as we all know. That's why you parliamentarians, I beg you, please, start legislative process to protect all of us, not only Jews, all of us. And I have nothing against if this process and this legislation will be called Prague legislation. We almost conclude our program after the minute of silence, right? We are going to Terezin to commemorative ceremony. I want to express my deepest gratitude and appreciation to all of you who came today. Thank you very, very much.